but we still love and laugh. Love talk, let's chat. Love talk, it's love talk. We're also bully. Gets deep, but we still love and laugh. Love talk, let's chat.
Hello,
Hey,
welcome to Love Talk. When love talks, the world listens. I'm your girl, also ravishing.
and I'm Boogie. Y'all, thank you for joining. Look, today we have a special show. They're all special, but today's extra
Hmm.
special
Hmm.
because we
Yes.
have special guest, your favorite Jersey girl.
Hmm.
And we are super, super excited about that. So without further delay, I'm gonna add her to the stage. How are you?
Hey.
So and Boogie. I was over here jamming when that came on. It's like, want y'all to learn the words. Oh, so and Boogie. Yeah,
Right?
That's right.
I love it.
I be I low key, I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. I don't know if I even told Oso this, but like, yeah, I'll sometimes just play it like it's a song because it's on our
Hmm.
phone too. I just be jamming.
Yeah. The song be stuck in my head. I can't get
Yep.
it out. I love it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, so and Boogie. So
I love it. Yes. Hmm.
What
I
time
don't
you want
know.
to remix?
Did you write that? Is that you singing?
No, no,
Oh, okay.
that's not my gift.
That ain't mine either, but I love
Oh, we're glad to have you here though, for real.
Yes.
I know we have some good conversation
it.
coming on the
Yes.
way.
Yeah.
So we're gonna break the ice by playing a little game. It's
Okay.
called Sing It or Share It. All
Mm.
right. And the rules of the game is me and Boogie, we're gonna ask you a question, and you can either share it,
Okay.
or if you decide not to share it, me and Boogie will give you a song to either rap or sing.
Okay. Boogie?
Boogie?
All right. You got the vocals? You got the
I'm
vocals
nervous.
ready?
Nervous. Nervous.
Don't be nervous.
It's all fun.
Look, I used to rap back in the day, so don't be surprised.
Oh,
Don't be surprised. I have a rap name and everything.
it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one.
Okay. Since we are in the world of YouTube, or doing our YouTube thing,
Mhm.
I want to know, do you have like any YouTube crushes? No.
Hmm. Hmm.
But let me get my rap ready.
No.
Oh. Hmm.
Do I have any YouTube crushes? I don't have a crush on YouTube.
You
Come
don't?
on.
I go to work and I go to school. All I know how to do is rap. So I'm gonna rap right now for you.
All right.
That was dope. Good job. Good job.
Yes. Okay.
Want to hear more?
So, my question, the first question is, what is the wildest DM Jersey girl ever gotten? And
Hmm.
if you do tell us the wildest DM, um, did you respond back? And if so, like, what was the outcome?
The wildest DM.
Mm-hmm. And it can be on Facebook,
Mhm.
Instagram, TikTok, or even in your phone, your text message.
Okay. I have one. Actually, I sent it by mistake. So this is when I was on Facebook. I don't have Facebook anymore.
Mhm.
I've been on Facebook in 7 years. But at this time, I guess it was about 8 or 9 years ago, somehow, some way, someone was sending porn from my Facebook account. So this guy got it. And so he responds back like, oh, that's what's up.
Was the guy somebody that you was interested in?
It was somebody I knew.
Oh shoot!
And it was somebody that was in my contacts. It was somebody that I knew. It was someone that I would never, ever, 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 ever have sent this to.
Of
Oh
course.
my gosh.
He was a minister.
Oh.
And but the gag was he was with it. And I'm like, I didn't even send this to you.
Ooh, the minister
Not
said he
surprised.
sent you.
And he was like, I wasn't expecting this from you, you know, but what's up? I'm like, expecting what? What are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, I got your message. I got your little video you sent me.
So somebody hacked your page.
Yes, ma'am. And sent that porn to him. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he told me what it was and sent the video back to me. I was like,
Oh
I
my
said, I never
gosh.
sent it to you. He's like, but what's up though?
The minister still was trying to get that plate.
Yes. I was like,
Hey.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean, I don't know how this delete.
That was, yes. I was like, oh my gosh.
So that was the
okay.
craziest, I guess, DM that I actually sent. And the
Mhm.
person responded in a way I didn't think they should have. But
Right.
They did. They was
Right.
with it. They was with it. They like, so what's up?
Okay.
This what you doing?
Boogie?
Well, before I ask my question, I just got a little follow up. You know,
Yay.
nosy. Well, did he believe you once you said like, no, this was an accident. This was, you know.
He did believe me because we weren't I didn't know him like that. So he believed that I didn't send it. Yeah. Because I knew of him, like we were Facebook friends and we kind of hung out in the same church circle. But I didn't know him like that. So he believed.
So I have a follow-up question now. So if he would have been someone that you were interested in, were you ready to become like a first lady at that time?
I always wanted to be a first lady, and at that time I did, but he wasn't a pastor. He was not just a minister, like I'm minimizing it, but he wasn't a pastor. So, I mean, I did want to be a first lady, but not his first lady.
Okay.
You're honest.
Right.
She's honest. I love it. I love it. I love it.
The reason I asked that too, though, real quick, was because I had an ex. It was like my ex from like my first boyfriend from high school. And he had sent me basically some, you know, nude stuff, right? And the crazy part was he was, I think, engaged or married at that point.
Oh, wow.
And it was on Facebook. And I'm like, basically like, yo, what's this? You know? And he said, oh, he didn't mean to do that. Right. And I said, okay, I didn't like, you know, give him a hard time. Right, but then he was like, I forgot how he put it, but more or less like, but like, what's good? Like, kind of like, if basically, if I was down with it, he was okay with it. I was just like, that's so dirty because you're married and everything. Like, so I was just wondering about that.
Yeah, because then that make you think like, was it really an accident?
Exactly. You know? That's my, yep. Yeah.
He tried to shoot his shot.
Yeah.
And he failed.
Right. Failed visibly.
Yes.
He was waiting for that, definitely.
Right, he trying to test me out, trying to see, like, you know,
he trying to test the waters.
You give him a little follow up after that. Like, I mean, but since you got it,
what's up? What's up, Boogie?
Got it. Like, I mean, since you got it,
yay! What you think? Right. You like what you see?
Right.
Oh no, sir. Check again.
That is hilarious. They definitely
girl. I want you to describe your worst date.
I was saving my worst date for y'all. Let me see. I think my worst date, because I kind of pretty much put them all out on my dating disaster. But I did have one recently that I didn't share. And I said, I'm gonna just wait to love talk so y'all have something. So this just happened. This just happened 2 weeks ago. So that's why I was saving it for y'all.
Oh.
So this guy, okay, so I work in a hospital, right? And so my office is on the top floor. And so we had some roofers come in. So they have to come in through my department to get on, because it's only 9 floors. So they come in through my department. We have a back door that goes up to the roof. So these roofers came in, so like, my coworker and I, we checking the roofers out or whatever. And so down in North Carolina, guys are very, very reserved, I guess. They're not like the guys up top, as they say. Like the guys up north are very assertive, even aggressive. And so they're always like, hey, Ma, how you doing? What's your name? You live around here? What's your number? They grab your arm and all that. So I never really had to fight for attention, if you say, in Jersey. But down here, it's like either they married or they gay. I'm like, what is up with the dudes in North Carolina? So my coworker, I was telling her, so you know how girls get together and they're like, yeah, he's cute. So this is what my colleague and I are saying. So she comes over to my desk, she gets my card, my business card. And I'm like, what are you doing with my card? And she's like, don't worry about it. She takes my card, she writes my cell phone number down on the back of it, and she gives it to the guy that I said was cute. So she came back. I said, what did you do? She's like, I gave that roofer your number. I was like, why? Why did you do that? She said, because you were never gonna do it, and I wasn't. She was like, you wasn't gonna approach him, you wasn't gonna talk to him. So anyway, 2 days later, that was on a Thursday. So like Saturday morning, he calls me, Saturday, like around 11. So we're talking, and conversation was good. So I asked him like straight up, are you in a relationship? Are you married? What's the deal? Because I've had dating disasters and I don't want to go through that again. So he says, I have a friend. And I said, okay. I said, so talk to me about this friend. Now I'm probably too forgiving, but I said, talk to me about this friend. What does this friend look like? And he's like, oh, well, you know how it is. It's just friends with benefits. I said, so what's the benefit? And so he goes, you know what the benefit is. And I said, so you mean like sex? He was like, yeah. I said, how is sex a benefit? Like who benefits from that?
Right.
Like it is
nobody but the man. Nobody but the man benefits from it.
Exactly. Exactly. And I'm like, okay. He said, but it's nothing serious. It's just something to do, blah, blah, blah. But I said, if I ever met somebody that was worth, me leaving that situation, I would. I said, okay, well, we're not trying to get married. I'm trying to get to know you, trying to get to know me. Anyway, fast forward. So we have been talking for like a whole week, several times a day, talking on the phone, texting, whatever. We had made plans to go out. So now it's been a week. So it's Thursday now. So it's the day before Valentine's Day. So he's like, well, when can I take you out? So I'm like, well, tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Like, I don't really celebrate. I guess I don't celebrate it because I never really had a Valentine. So I just don't. It's just another day to me. So I was like, well, I know Friday is Valentine's Day and you probably want to take your friend out. So I get it. I said, so I'm free this weekend. So he was like, no, it's not like that. We don't hang out like that. We don't do stuff like that. I said, okay, fine. So now, mind you, we have been talking the whole week. The conversation was good, communicating. Friday comes. He's like, I'm hanging out with the fellas. Okay, fine. I said, give me a call when you get back so we can discuss the details for tomorrow. Where we're going to meet, what time, blah, blah, blah. Right. He said, okay, cool. The next day came, did not hear from him. Sunday came, did not hear from him. 2 weeks went by, did not hear from this dude at all. He walks into my job on Friday that just passed, and I see all the roofers coming in, and I'm like, he comes over to my desk and says, good morning. I said, oh, you're alive.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, I'm alive and well. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So he goes, can I call you later? I said, well, I think I deserve that much, a phone call. So he's like, well, call me when you go on lunch. I didn't take a lunch that day. So anyway, 6:30 came when I got off work. I texted him, I said, hey, I didn't get a lunch. Can I call you when I get to my car? Because y'all know I ride the bus. So like when I get to my car, can I call you? I called him at 6:30 and he goes, hey, how are you? I said, hey, what's up? I'm from Jersey. We don't play games. Let's just get right to it. What's up? So he's like, well, I wanted to know if we can go out and sit down and talk. No, we can't. I said, you already had that opportunity to talk to me. I said, no, we're on the phone now, which I didn't even have to give you this, but we're on the phone now, you know, so what's up? Let's talk. He says, oh, so you don't want to talk to me? All right, click, and hung up the phone on me. So now I'm driving like, yo, I know damn well that this joker did not get an attitude with me.
Wow.
Because I didn't want to waste any more of my time going out with you so you can tell me why I haven't heard from you in 2 weeks. I'm driving like, okay. And I just said, God, I thank you that you spared me from another
that you found out soon.
Exactly. So I don't even get upset with that stuff anymore. I just look at it as God just protected me. He like, look, I done told you about the last one. I'm cutting them out quick.
Right. Right. Wow.
Quick. So
but I can say, Jersey girl, that, you know, you are better than me, because if he would have walked to my office and was like, how you doing? Can I call you later? No.
That's what my sister said.
I would have ignored him when he would have greeted me that morning. That would have been the Scorpio coming out of me. Like, I don't even see you, sir.
You're right.
See, I'm a Libra. So
y'all balanced.
We're lovers. We want to give you the benefit of the doubt. You know, we want to trust you. We want to give you another chance.
Yeah.
You know, that's how we are. So by nature, I'm like, I always want to give the person the benefit of the doubt. Okay, maybe something happened. Maybe you lost your phone. Maybe, I don't know. But then at the end of the day, every time I give somebody the benefit of the doubt, it was worthless. It's like, why did I even?
Yeah.
So now, I'm just like, no.
Yeah, stop giving people the benefit of the doubt.
Look, you getting this Gen X?
Take them notes.
Take them notes.
We try to help you out, Gen X. We try to help you out.
That's right. I hope he's taking notes.
He always got his notepad out.
He's wrote in the chat. Shout out to the chat.
My last question of the game. This is kind of like a two-part question, but really one. So the question is, what is the youngest and the oldest person you have ever dated? And what would be the youngest and the oldest person that you would date?
The youngest person was 10 years younger than me, and the oldest person was 10 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
But I wouldn't go 10 years younger than me now. So I'm 53. I wouldn't date a 43-year-old.
Okay.
But when I was 30 or 40 and he was 30, that was kind of, I didn't kind of cross over to 41 yet, like, because then I'll be considered 40 to 50. So I was just turning 40 and he was just turning like 31.
Okay.
But yeah, and then the oldest was 10 years older than me. So I was 33 and he was 43.
Okay.
Yep. And he became my baby daddy. The older one.
Can I ask why you wouldn't go younger? 10 years younger?
Now, ironically, I do have a lot of guys that think I am way younger than I am. And I do get approached by guys, not so much anymore down here, but I used to get approached by guys that were definitely 10 years younger than me. And I think because my children are older, so I was a teenage mom, so my daughter is 37. So for me to date anybody in their 30s, or even like early 40s, is too close to my kids' age. So that's why I wouldn't go younger.
Yeah,
and it's not that young.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
But I ain't trying to date no geezer either.
You gotta find the right Meet in the middle, right?
Gotta meet in the middle.
Well, that's it for the as far as game questions for me.
Okay. So that was a little icebreaker,
I love
So
it.
now on to the real deal.
The real deal. The reason why we're here.
You want to go first, Boogie, or you want?
You go first.
Oh, okay. So I know you kind of touched based on this in the email that you sent, but that was just between me, you, and Boogie. So my question, the first question would be, what was the longest relationship you have been in, and why did it end?
Wait, you froze. Was it
What was the longest relationship you have been in, and why did it end?
Okay, that was great questions. Y'all got a lot of great questions. So the longest relationship I've been in was 5 years. I've been in 2 5-year relationships. So the first 5-year relationship I was in, I cheated. And the second 5-year relationship I was in, he cheated. And yeah, so the first one, I'm just thinking, the first one, I was like totally in love with this guy, totally in love, but someone from my past came back, and not really from my past. We were still kind of friends, but he came back a little bit stronger than just us being friends. And I started, like, he would start picking me up for lunch, and one thing led to another. Now I'm a writer, so I wrote all of this in a poem. My whole encounter in a poem with his number. And the person I was with at the time found it, and he read the poem. And so the poem was very explicit. It explained, it described him, it described the whole time, it just everything in this poem. And he read the poem, and he came to me, and he like what is this? And I'm like, it's my poem. You know, I'm a writer. I write poems all the time.
So you just out here leaving evidence.
I'm just leaving breadcrumbs everywhere. Like, it's my poem. What you doing with how you found my poem? You know when you bust and your voice get all high. How you found my poem?
What you talking about?
What you mean? Where you get that from?
Oh, cute.
My stuff.
Oh, not while you're going through my stuff.
That's a big one.
Yeah, so now you gotta flip it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you going through my stuff? Like, that's my poem. I write poems all the time.
Right.
He's like, you writing poems about another dude and what you did and blah 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 and all this other stuff. So anyway, so he found out about that, and I can honestly say to this day, if you could say the person that got away, he was the person that got away, because he was really, really good to me, and he didn't deserve that. And but afterwards, because he was so hurt and so like distraught over it, he became verbally abusive, because we were living together, and so he became very, very verbally abusive. Then he just started calling me all kinds of names and stuff like that. This was after he said he forgave me, and after we said we were going to work on it, but he was too injured. And sometimes when men get hurt like that, is no coming back, no matter, because no man want to see their woman or one thing. They could be out in the streets all day long.
Exactly. Yep.
So when the woman is out there, oh, they hold ego.
Like, how could you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
They're hurt. And even though he said he forgive me and we was going to work on it, he just became very, very verbally abusive.
Yeah.
And so that's what ultimately ended it, because I just couldn't take the he was never physical, but just calling me names. Like, every morning I'll be getting ready for work. You probably going to see that such and such, and you ain't such and such. And I'm like, so that was that one. And then the second one, and it could have been karma, he cheated on me, and I found out. We were on our way to Atlantic City for the weekend, and I forget how I found out, but I found out, and he tried to lie about it, and it was just like evidence, just like a lot of evidence. And I'm the type of person, I don't care how mad we are, and you could take me on a trip. This man, I was with the second guy for 5 years, and I caught him a couple of times. And his love language was gifts. So he would buy me a car. Like if I was mad at him, I bought you this car. Or, oh, I got tickets. We going to Jamaica. So I've been to just traveling because he got busted all the time. So that was how he would make up. And I remember when I busted him, he took me to Jamaica. I was pissed the whole time. Like we still going. And I'm still mad, but we're going to go to Jamaica. And when I came back, I was still mad. So you wasted your money. Like I had a good time on the trip, but yeah. So the second time I definitely got cheated on. And then that ended. And then again, willing to work it out because he's a Libra too. So we were willing to work it out and all. And then he had proposed. Child, this ring he got me.
Uh-oh. Oh, weird.
Look, I'm waiting to hear about the ring.
Right.
So this was his makeup. I'm sorry. He proposed to me. Now, he took me to look at rings. And I had 3 choices. Like, this was my first choice. If you can't get this, this is my second choice. This is my third choice. I'm not hard to please. I'll give you 3, right? So he proposes with a ring that wasn't even on the list. I'm like, this ring is like this big, and he get on his knee and push it on my finger. I'm like, what is
not
this?
Pushing it on a finger?
But wait, if you would have waited and got my size right, then you wouldn't be trying to smash it on my finger. And and I'll never forget. I went to work with this ring on, and my coworker came and she said, "Oh no!" She said, "Oh, that's cute."
Oh no!
Well, not that's cute.
That's cute. And I was like, "Oh, thank you, girl." I took that ring off. I ain't never wear it.
Yes, sir.
I ain't never wear that ring back to work.
All that he did, he should have went all the way out for a ring.
He should have went all the way out, but I guess that was his. And I'm like, you should have saved your money. This probably didn't even cost you nothing, this ring. So I took it off. He didn't even realize I stopped wearing it, and then eventually that just fizzled out. He ain't never say like I don't see you with your ring on no more. Nothing, because it was just a shut up.
He probably still thought you had it on.
It was so tiny.
So before Boogie asks her question, I just have a follow-up question. So your ex-boyfriend / friend who came back in the picture, what happened with him? Like you cheated on your person with him. What happened with him?
He's still because I haven't talked to him in a long time. So again, this was over 20 years ago. And so if he was to, but we don't even have each other's numbers. So
at the time when y'all was messing around, like why y'all never pursued a relationship when y'all was dealing while you was still with the other guy?
Got you. And I asked him that one time, and his answer to me was he was in the streets and he didn't want to. I wasn't that type of woman that he wanted to, he was a hustler. He was into forging checks and credit cards and all that kind of stuff. And he was like, I don't want to bring you into all of that.
Okay.
And so, and then he was a truck driver. So he was all over and he was just like doing scams and stuff on the side. So he's like, I don't want to get you involved. And because I asked him, I was like, we've known each other for almost 30 years. Like, why we never got into a relationship? And he finally told me, he's like, because I'm into too much. I do too much. And I don't want to, I don't want to have you involved in all of that. And I don't want to have you as my girlfriend. And I'm doing this on the side. So that's why we stayed friends, but we never really went any further than that.
Well, at least he was truthful and you can tell he cares about you.
Yeah, and I ain't
he didn't want to involve you.
Right.
I know that's right.
Don't do
Because
it.
I'm a tattletale.
I would.
Oh, I'm telling.
Yep. This check right here, this was his. He wrote it. I'm probably trying to use that check to bail myself out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jersey girl,
Yes, ma'am.
a big thing that because I'm single myself, and
Okay.
it was so interesting to me how you mentioned, being celibate, and so could you kind of just explain what made you decide on celibacy?
So I didn't choose celibacy. Celibacy chose me.
Mm.
And I'll explain that. So as I've said previously on my dating disasters, and I'll say it again for those that may not have seen that. The last guy that I was with over a year ago now, when I met him, it was just love at first sight. Can I take my time and tell us?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was love at first sight. We met online, and I'm big on online dating because I don't meet people on the street. So that's the only way I meet guys. So I met him online, and his representative was online. So, my whole thing is I'm a spiritual person. Do you have a relationship with God? Do you believe in Jesus Christ? Have you accepted him as your Lord and Savior? If you're a believer, the rundown.
Absolutely. Yep.
I'm not really big on church. You don't have to go to church, but I just need
Right.
to know that you have a relationship because I don't physically go to a church now. So that wasn't my big, that wasn't my concern. So he was like, yeah, I love God, and I know God, I got a relationship with God. Okay, cool. Everything else we can work out. So when I met him, physically, love at first sight, it immediately started off as a physical relationship, which was the first no. Like it shouldn't have started physical because that's what it ultimately ended up being, just a physical relationship. And so, but I really loved him, and I really wanted it to work out. And so when we met in August. So September, he came to my house. I had a big birthday party at my house, and he was there, and I just felt so proud. I'm like, this is my man. I ain't have a man in a long time. Like he showed up with long stem roses, and he had a gift bag in his hand. My friends and my kids and everybody was here. And I'm like, okay, this is my man.
Uh-huh.
Came in and showed out. He was dark skinned and big, just my type. Just like I like bald head. I'm like, okay. So he came in with these dozen roses, dressed in all black. And I was just like feeling myself that night. And so, like I said, again, his representative came with the flowers and the this and the that. And so that was September, my birthday. So October, and I said this thing, I feel like I'm repeating myself because I said it in my dating disaster. But in October, I had a dream that he was cheating on me. And I told him, I said, I had a dream last night that you were cheating on me. So he brushed it off. Ain't nobody cheating on you. That's just a dream. Don't take those dreams seriously. And I said, perhaps. But if it is true, God is going to reveal it to me. You know that, right? Well, it's just a dream. I wouldn't worry about it. So this was in October. He had just moved into his place. I had helped him, not physically paid for his place, but like helped him look it up online, helped him fill out his application, get all his paperwork for the apartment. And he moved into the apartment. We in the apartment, we decorated and we're like, yeah, we're going to get this, we're going to get that. So some months went by. Now we're in November. So I was sick. We didn't see each other. Then he got sick. We didn't see each other. So now it's December. So something happened in December. So we didn't see each other. So now it's January. So I'm sitting on the couch and God said, get up and go to his house. So I'm just on the couch chilling, just like watching TV. And I just got this urgency. And I got up and I'm like, I got to go to his house. So I get up, I get dressed. I drive 45 minutes to his house and his door was cracked. And I open up the door and I walk in and this female comes out the kitchen and he comes out the bathroom. And I said, so what's up? What's going on here? Because I don't show my hand. So I'm like, what's going on? So he's like, oh, hey, baby. Hey, I said, hey, what's up? Oh, now mind you, we ain't seen each other since November because we both got sick. And so that made us not see each other. He's like, oh, you know, he said, what you doing here? I was like, what you mean what I'm doing here? I said, who's this? And I'm calm. I'm like, who's this? He said, oh, this my friend. And I said, your friend who? He said, oh, this my friend so-and-so. And I was like, okay, but what is she doing here? She just stopped by. But why? Oh, because she just stopped by. So now we was in the doorway, so we worked our way to the kitchen. So she's in the kitchen, he's in the kitchen, and I'm on the opposite side. It's like a little counter. So I'm on the opposite side of the counter. And I'm staring at both of them, like they both in the kitchen. And I'm looking at him and I'm looking at her. And I said, so sis, let me just, this woman and woman. I said, so y'all, and I said the F word. I'm like, so y'all effing? So she's like, I mean, he won't give me none. I want to, but he won't give me none. So I looked at him, I said, so why won't you give her none? Like what y'all doing? I told her we just friends. So I said, okay. I said, well, listen, it looks like there's a lot going on right here. I said, so I can leave, you know. So he's like, no, don't leave. I said, well, all of us ain't staying. Somebody's leaving. So he asked her, can you leave, please? So she flipped out. You want me to leave? Well, give me my TV. Give me this. All the stuff that she furnished his apartment, this apartment that I helped him get. She furnished it. Give me my TV and give me this and give me back the money I lent you. And I'm watching it like this.
Oh my gosh.
Like, y'all, I said, so you was really doing stuff for him? She said, and I come here every week and wash his clothes. I said, you do?
So
they was really hooking up.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm about to say that either they was really messing around or he knew he really didn't like her that way and he was just using her.
That's what,
leading her on, making her think that it was going to be a relationship, but he really didn't want one.
And he didn't want one. And now he got caught up. So she wanted, because when she said that she wanted to sleep with him and he didn't want to, like no female gonna say, right, I want to sleep with him, but he don't want to. Like he really was trying and he really was saying no. Yeah. So I didn't think that they were literally sleeping together at that moment. Now afterwards, I think they was, because this chick called me afterwards and you could have them. Like, why are you still dealing with? Like, why are you still there? Right. He put you out when I was there. And you still talking about, then she took up, she's like, is this your shirt you left here? Ma'am, I haven't seen this man in 4 months. I didn't leave nothing there. I said, so now I'm being petty because she texted me 12 o'clock at night. I said, send me a picture of the shirt.
Oh my gosh.
You funny.
Was it your shirt, Jersey girl? Oh no, okay.
It was not my shirt.
But
oh my God.
It's mine. Can you wash it since you like washing clothes?
But I knew it wasn't my shirt because I knew I didn't leave anything there. I said, send me a picture of the shirt. So when she sent it to me, I was like, oh, girl, no. I said, he got somebody else.
Oh my gosh, that poor girl.
And she was like, and you left your soap underneath the sink? That's not my soap. And then she said, and I know you was here knocking on the door that night. I'm here every night. I didn't drive 45 minutes to knock on the door in the middle of the night. I said, he got somebody else. I said, and I feel so bad for you. This is a sign that you just need to leave him. Anyway, so I shared all of that to say about my celibacy journey and how I got on this journey. So that's why I said celibacy chose me, because at that moment, when that happened with him, I just surrendered my life to God. And I said, I'm really tired of making the wrong choices, because when we make decisions without God, it's going to be the wrong decision every time. Yep. So I said, I'm tired of making the wrong decisions. I'm tired of choosing these wrong men. I said, God, so I just give my life to you. I just surrender it. So I presented my body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is my reasonable portion of service to him. And that's what I chose to do. So celibacy chose me in that moment because I was just tired. And like I said, I was tired of men using my body as an amusement park. You know, they just play around, they eat the food, they do this, they do that, and then they get up and they leave. And now you're left with an empty bed, an empty heart. And if he give you money for your phone bill or lunch, and it's not even enough because it's just $5 he left on the nightstand, you can't get nothing with that. So now what? So now it just becomes a repetitive cycle. And I just got tired of all of it. And I said, God, I'll save myself for you until you send me someone, until it's your timing for me to have somebody. And so if that's never, then it's never. But I'm never going to go back to being treated the way I was being treated. Because, and this is not to sound braggadocious or anything, but we know that we're good women, right? And they know that we're good women. They know that. And sometimes a lot of men are not used to having good women. They're not used to a woman who's spiritual, who has her own, who has a good job, who makes her own money, you know what I'm saying, who's independent, strong. A lot of times they don't know how to handle that. So it's, well, let me keep somebody on the side because she's too good for me. Just in case she decides she wants somebody else, I'll have this person who don't really want much from me over here. And so that's how I started my celibacy journey.
Oh, good. Wow.
It picked me.
I like it. That was a good answer.
Thank you.
What is one thing Jersey girl today will tell the younger Jersey girl about relationships?
Jersey girl today. I would tell the young Jersey girl to wait. I would tell her sex is overrated. Don't be in such a rush to have it because it's definitely overrated in the sense of if you're not in a covenant with that person, it's going to leave you empty every single time. And so I would sit younger Jersey girl down and tell her, listen, it's not what you think it is. And I would encourage her to be strong and make good decisions because most times when like I said, I was a teenage mom, so I was exposed to a lot at a very young age. And we'll talk about this, I think you're going to later on, when the spirit of sexual immorality enters a child's life, it stays with that child as they grow up until they are delivered from that spirit. So it's introduced through molestation, is introduced through porn, is introduced to inappropriate touching. That's the sexual immorality part. And so when a young child is introduced to that sexual immorality spirit, sexual immoral spirit stays with that person. And so they make sexual choices based on their exposure. So if you're exposed to it as a young age, you grow up, you think sex is this is what I'm supposed to do, right? Because this is what was introduced to me when I was a kid, when I was 8, when I was 9, when I was 4. This is what I know. And then I was told to keep quiet about it. So I know that if I want to keep a man, this is what I need to do. And so that was my thinking growing up. If I want to keep this person, I have to have sex with them. If I don't want them to leave, this is what I have to do. If I want them to stay, if I want them to, do anything for me, this is what I have to do for them. So I wasn't taught that you don't have to do that. So that's the conversation that I would have with my younger self. Like you don't have to. And if they're going to leave, let them leave because they were never meant for you anyway.
Right. That's a great conversation to have with a younger version of yourself. Wow.
Yeah. When I thought about that question, and it made me emotional because I really wish somebody did have that conversation with me, and a lot of women didn't have that conversation. And so they went about relationships in the wrong way. They went about sex in the wrong way because we use sex as a weapon. We use it as a tool. We use it as leverage. We don't use it in the covenant that it was intended. So we misuse sex.
So I have a question because when you mentioned that you didn't have anyone to sit you down and talk to you about, sex or anything, how was your relationship with your mom? Like, y'all didn't have a relationship where you can go to your mom and talk to her about anything like that?
A great question. No, I didn't. My mom was a young mom. My mom had me when she was 14. And
Okay.
so she didn't have the sit down talk.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom's conversation to me about sex was, y'all remember when Planned Parenthood was I don't know if it's still a thing, but Planned Parenthood is where you would go and you would get I think you could have abortions there. There's a clinic, you get pamphlets, you could go get condoms. Like, it's just like a clinic. So she came home one day. I'm gonna use this paper. She came home one day and she threw these pamphlets on the table about sex. And she was like, read this. So this was my talk about sex when I was in high school. So I didn't have the sit down. So any questions I had, my mom wasn't there like that. And so no, I didn't have that growing up. A lot of things that I've learned, I had to teach myself. I had to learn from experience. So no, I didn't.
I just have one more question, Boogie. I'm gonna let you go. I just asked that question because me and one of my girlfriends had a conversation the other day when I was telling her about my youngest daughter. She's 21 now, but me and her relationship is, we have a very, very good relationship to the point where sometimes she can tell me too much, like what's going on with like her friends and people at school and other people. And, I was telling my friend, about the stuff that my daughter sits down and talk to me about. And she was like, oh no, I don't think I'll be able to have that kind of conversation with relationship with my daughter. And I was like, well, I'd rather her sit down and talk to me like that than to go to another friend's mother, and that mother might be like, oh, nothing ain't wrong with that girl, everybody doing that,
Right.
So that's why I just asked that question to see, is that an okay thing for my daughter to sit down and tell me all this stuff that's going on, like, in her world? Not just
Absolutely.
like with her, but like her
Her
circle and other
friends, her
people.
circle.
Yes.
Absolutely. I think it's wonderful that you've made a safe space for her to come and talk to you about that, because even with my children, and I told my son this the other day, my son is 20 and I'm a single mom. And so we've had a lot of conversations about, I told him, I said, girls are fresh. And I told him, don't bring no fast tail girl home. Like I always tell him, I always call them fast tail girls. And even if we see a girl in the street, and he'll go, look at that fast tail girl. Like, so that's, I said, girls are fresh. Girls are fresh. And they will get you to do stuff you don't want to, you're not even thinking about. But a girl will convince you to sneak out the house in the middle of the night. So, so we talk about that all the time. But there's a lot of things that my children talk to me about. Again, my oldest is 37. My youngest is 20. He's a boy. My oldest is a girl. And they'll talk to me about some stuff. And in my head, I'm like, I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't want to hear it. But I know that if I react that way, they'll never want to talk to me again.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though as a parent, it's like, I don't want to hear that my daughter is doing this or my son is doing this. But the reality is, if they feel comfortable enough to tell you, then you have to be comfortable enough to hear it.
You're right.
And then if you don't know how to respond to it, or you don't have an answer for them at the moment, or you just don't know what to say, just give me a minute. Let me think about what you told me.
Yeah.
And girl, I'll be going in my room on my knees, like, what is he? What is he doing? What did she say? Yeah. And I gotta get. I'm like, I need a minute. I gotta process what you just said.
Especially with the boys. I'd be like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
I can't believe you're telling me this, but.
And I have a great relationship with my son. So he's very, very open with me. We have an awesome relationship. Thank God. So he tells me stuff, and he's very comfortable with sitting down, and like, we'll sit at this table and talk for hours. And some stuff he's telling me, and I'm like, But in my mind, I'm like, what?
Yeah. But that's good that you broke the cycle.
Yes, absolutely. I had to.
That cycle.
I had to. So my daughter is 37 and she just had her first baby.
Oh,
so there were no teenage pregnancies, not with my boys and not with my daughter. So I'm thankful for that. Now, did I want to be a grandmother? No, but I don't want to be. I never said when you're gonna have babies. Never.
Right. That's me too. I'm like, I'll be happy if I'm not.
Yeah, I'll be okay with just my kids. I never said, well, when you gonna bring me some babies? Nope. Chose not to. I'll be okay. But yeah, but I think you should have that open relationship with your kids.
Mm-hmm. No, I think that's a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. So I think, everyone pretty much knows, like, okay, roughly what celibacy is, but can you just define what celibacy is for you in your life, if you don't mind sharing?
Yes, no, of course not. So let me just give you the definition, just a working definition of between celibacy and abstinence, which I think people use interchangeably.
Yep.
But they are really two separate things. So celibacy is a religious choice. Abstinence is a personal choice. Just like with anything you abstain from. I don't drink, I don't smoke, you abstain for those things for your personal reasons. Celibacy is more of a spiritual choice, and you do that for God. So that's the difference between the two. And so, and that's my reason. Like I said, it chose me because I was just done. But in that moment, God was like, okay, now are you going to give yourself to me? And so that was my spiritual choice. Once I decided to abstain, like I'm done with men, blah, blah, blah. And then I felt God say, okay, now are you going to give yourself to me? Now are you going to submit your body? And now are you tired of the amusement park? Are you tired of the rides? Are you tired of yes, God, I'm tired. I'm tired. And so that was my choice, my spiritual choice to become celibate.
Awesome.
That was that's how personal that is for me. Like it is a choice definitely that I make every day, because do I get tempted or do I see guys like, dang, absolutely, because I'm human and God gave us that desire to want to be with someone, right? He made us, he made sex, and he made us to be intimate with people, but within covenant though. Right. And so when those feelings and urges come up, I have to give that to God. Like, okay, God, he looked good, but I need you to, bring me back in. So exactly, really bad. So it's not like, oh, I'm holier than thou and I'm a nun and I don't have these urges and I'm just living for the Lord. No.
Yeah.
It's a choice every day. I wake up. This is what I'm going to do today.
Okay.
So, it's not easy though.
I was about to say that. I was about to say, although it can't be easy, but you're doing it.
Right. I am by the grace of God and by his strength. And by his strength. And I think he's weeding out people. Like I said, with the roofer and the other guy, like he's weeding those people out. And I believe that when you're serious about your walk with God, he will protect you from a lot of stuff and a lot of people. And so he doesn't want anybody coming into our lives wasting time. We don't have a lot of time to be wasting, and not at 53. Like, I'm not trying to be out here. Like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, what is, because if I'm 53 and I'm dating somebody older than me, then you're almost 60. And so what are we doing at this point? Right. So yeah, I'm like, I don't have time to waste. So it is a choice that I definitely make every day. Like, no, thank you. I saw my son last night. I said, I'm so over men that somebody could walk up to me in a store. What I've been waiting for my whole life. Hi, my name is so-and-so, and I just saw you across the aisle, and I just thought that you were so beautiful, and the Lord sent me over. And I'm like, no, thank you.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
And he could be the one. Sorry, sir.
They could be telling me my deepest secrets and something I never told a soul. And I know that you've been praying to the Lord about such and such. That no, thank you, sir. No, thank you. Please leave me.
Right.
No, but the one that's for you, you're not gonna turn them away.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I believe God will let me know that.
Right.
Because he'll be like, and I'm like, no, thank you, God.
You're gonna automatically know.
Yeah, I will. I will. I know that I will.
So let's see if the chat is asking any questions on what the chat is talking about.
Shalom, chat.
Y'all are
Hi,
on fire.
I saw it went away, but Lashana had said something about you can tell it wasn't love because of the size of the ring.
Right. Right. That matched the size of his heart.
Yeah. Let's see. Especially like when he messed up, he was buying all this stuff, like for my ring. Like, this is my ring. This is something I'm gonna wear for the rest of my life. Like, unless you upgrade it. So you could have been saving money or putting towards the ring to give to me.
Mm-hmm.
It don't have to be no big extravaganza rock, but it got to be something that I can show off to.
Right. Nobody don't got to lean over my desk like this, looking down
Be like,
at it.
oh, that's cute.
And meanwhile, I'm like,
Hi. We took you to Jamaica and got you a car. Anyway, don't be skimping out on the ring.
Hey,
right.
Like you was
towards the
balling.
ring.
Right? Like, shoot.
Yes.
He could have put that money towards something else.
Yes.
Chat, you can ask me anything.
Yes,
What's up,
chat. Do anyone in the chat has a question for Jersey Girl?
While they're forming that question, I just want to ask you one more thing. That because you're actually inspiring me to do my own celibacy journey because it's a lot to unpack. You got to come back again because like just from your email and just how the conversation is going, like I definitely have felt similar with a lot of stuff, like with God, with wanting me to pretty much be celibate, and just not just really just wait, and I feel like that would just take my relationship with him to a whole new level because that's going to take a lot of discipline, and a lot of devotion, so
it is.
I'm
sorry. No, go ahead, finish.
No, I was just going to ask you, so with you deciding to be on your spiritual journey, being celibate, is it difficult dating? Like, because do you tell people early on, like, hey, this is what I'm doing? Like, what does that look like?
Great question. So I haven't had to tell anybody because I haven't really met anyone since I've been on the celibacy journey until the roofer. And so when I told him that, he's like, oh, great. I believe that's what God wants for us anyway, blah, blah, blah. And I'm a godly man and I go to church and all this other stuff. But you hung up on me, sir. And I wasn't godly at all. So again, his representative, he said everything that I wanted to hear. So I haven't really had to tell anybody that because I haven't met anyone but this guy. And he's supposedly all for it until he really showed who he was. And then you're not all for it if you have a friend with benefits. So right there, you're not all for it. You're telling me what you think I want to hear. Exactly. Because now you want to see how far I can go with you. And so, but I haven't been in a situation. But now that is something I would have to say up front. And I was always, even without being celibate, still going to church and having sex, going to church or thinking that I was thinking I was a Christian because I really wasn't a believer. And I do separate Christian from a believer. I was a Christian. I went to church. I did all the things, but I was still having sex. I was still drinking. I was still going to clubs. I was still hanging out Saturday night, getting up, singing in the choir Sunday morning. I was still doing all of that in the church. And so I didn't have a spiritual life. I thought I did, but I didn't. And I think this leads to another question of my spiritual journey and the reason why it was so tough. I don't know if you were still going to,
go ahead.
If you had time to go into that.
Right.
But the reason why it was so challenging was because nobody in the church was spiritual. Everybody was doing the same thing. Everybody was sleeping with everybody. The pastor was sleeping with people. The deacons were sleeping with people. Members were sleeping with people. The musicians, everybody was sleeping around. So it made my spiritual journey challenging because nobody was doing it. And so I didn't have good role models. So it's like, okay, well, if they're doing it and he's the pastor, then it must not be that bad, you know. Or if he's the minister and he's doing it, it must not be that bad. It must not be such a big deal. Or if he's doing it, or she's doing it, she's the assistant pastor. So nobody was really on a spiritual journey like this.
Right.
Being celibate, submitting their body to God, walking on the path of righteousness, and making this a daily choice. Nobody in church was doing that. And so it made it hard because I didn't have anybody else that was doing what I wanted to do. So I fell into what everybody else was doing. Because now, okay, well, I'm going to sleep with the pastor. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, we would have guest pastors come in and they making eye contact with me. And after church, you know, hey, sister.
Not hey, sister.
Oh boy.
Hey, sis.
Not hey, sister.
Hey, sister. How you doing?
Hey, Sister Patterson.
So I'm Reverend so-and-so. So, okay. Now the Reverend coming up to me and I'm like, okay. And then here's the trick of the enemy. Because they're the Reverend or the pastor or the minister, we think this is God now. Oh, God done sent me a godly man. He sent me a minister. He sent me a pastor. And all while this pastor trying to sleep with me. But it's okay because he's a pastor. He's a godly man. So this must be what they do to get their girl, the ignorance in the church. Because we fall for it, we believe it, and we think if we see the pastors doing it, then it's okay to do it. And woe unto them because they really lead their sheep down off a cliff. Like the blood of the sheep is going to be on their hands because they really lead us astray because they're not holding up to godly standards. And so you have these people who don't look to God; they're looking at their pastor. And they're looking at what their pastor is doing. So if my pastor is doing this, then I'm following right along with my pastor. And so that's why a lot of people that go to church don't have strong spiritual lives because their pastor doesn't. That's another.
That is true. That is true. That's why you gotta be very careful before you start joining these churches. But that's a whole nother story.
That's a different problem. I got a whole
Yeah.
Yes.
I go on and on about that one too.
That's right up my alley too. For sure.
Yeah, we'll wait. That's have me back.
Oh, most definitely, because you said something while you were talking. I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm gonna email you to see if you okay with talking about that.
Okay.
But you said something that I would really like to talk about on our show because you could say something to help somebody who have went through that or who is going through it right now.
Right.
So sometime tomorrow or something,
yeah, absolutely.
I'll get with you about that. But yeah, we most definitely have to have you back because you have a lot that you can share and help people with. Like with this. Look, Boogie. Boogie helping Boogie.
Like Boogie, like I'm being celibate now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm about to do that.
But
I'm gonna listen to my Lord.
Absolutely.
I remember you said on one of your videos, I don't know if it was a live or a video where you were saying how you were trying to, I guess, kind of restructure your life and your schedule and different things you wanted to do. And I was saying how I set my alarm just went off actually. How I set my alarm. And I don't know if you were on that live or in that saw that video also.
Yes,
and I was sharing with how I set my alarm. Again, you have to be intentional about your walk. Like it has to be a choice that you make every day. And so I set my alarm to go off every 3 hours. And if it's just to say, if I have an opportunity to really like humble myself and get on my knees during that time, I do. But if I'm at work and my alarm goes off, it's just a moment for me to stop and say, God, I thank you. I thank you for where you've placed me. I thank you for this job. Let your love and your light shine through me. Bless me to be a blessing to people that are here. So it's just a moment to stop. So if you do that throughout the day, one, you build up your prayer life. Two, you strengthen your relationship with God. So you start by, little things like that, lunch break. I'm going to read a scripture, or I'm going to read this, or I'm just going to sit and meditate on the word of God. And we got to be careful about the word meditate, because people use that meditate and manifestation. We got to be careful because those words can be demonic if we're not meditating on the word of God, or we don't have the power to manifest, right? We can't speak things into existence. That's only God has the power to do that. So a lot of times we get caught up in this new age language. So we just got to be really careful about, I'm going to manifest. We can't. We have to take everything to God in prayer and then let God manifest our prayers.
Yeah. So what I say is, I do say, I like, if I want something, I'll fast forward and I will put it out there to the universe. And when I put it out there to the universe, I'm putting it out there to God. Like I'm telling God, this is what I'm asking for. If it's for me, I'll get it. I give it to him and I leave it there. I don't go back. I don't go back to him about it, because once you give God something one time, you don't have to keep telling him over and over and over and over. So if I say, oh, I'm putting out in the universe, I know I can't make it happen, but if it's for me, God will make it happen for me.
Absolutely. Yeah. But people think that they can make it happen. Like if I speak it, I don't know any person other than God that spoke something and it manifested. Right? I don't know anybody that can do that. Like, okay, I want this pen to do something and then it does it. Like, we don't have that power. Right. But I do believe in praying about it, taking it to God, and then letting him manifest it, letting him bring it to fruition. So so I agree with that definitely.
Yeah, he's the source. He's the source of it. Not we ourselves are not the
right.
Thing. Yeah.
Boogie, are you setting your alarm now?
You know what's so crazy? I honest to God. So I wrote down. I wish I could see it. Set alarm every 3 hours. I did not do it yet, but no, because it's a lot of stuff that I'm actually going to be reflecting on that we talked about. Yeah. And I think I'm going to do that because I feel like the day be going. It'd be so much I'd be doing, and I know I could say honestly in front of everybody, like I would like to spend more time with God, like more, And it was one point too, like I was studying scripture a lot, and just life changes and working, and I'm on YouTube a lot. I want to try to figure out a time, like more time. And I think the alarm idea is really good because, like you said, how it makes you intentional. So,
and then the alarm itself just reminds you, like it reminds you to do anything else. When it goes off in the morning, it reminds you to wake up. You set your alarm, or I got to go to the post office. If we set our alarms for everything else in life, then why not set our alarms to remind us, like, hey, did you talk to God today? Did you pray today? Did you read your word today? So let that also be a reminder to spend more time with God. And it's been helpful for me. Like it goes off. I don't care where I'm at. As soon as it go off, I'm like,
yeah,
thank you. Yeah, because it's a reminder, like, hey, did you talk to God today? So,
right.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's a good habit to have.
Yeah, it is. This most definitely is.
I'm gonna grab some more water.
Shout out to the chat. Oh my goodness, y'all are
they on fire? The chat's on fire?
Yeah, the chat is on fire.
Okay, chat.
I love it. Mama Bowman Living Life says, this is a great episode this week. Jersey girl, you are definitely giving some great advice and stories.
Thank you.
She most definitely is.
I realize, how long is this podcast? Because I don't want to be talking and then y'all be running over like, we ain't having Jersey girl back.
No, we wouldn't say that.
Jersey girl, that's enough. No.
No, we wouldn't say that. We already knew though, Jersey Girl, like we had already said like our podcast for an hour, but me and Boogie was like, we know sometimes it might go over a little bit. And we already knew when we booked you for the show, we was like, this show is gonna go over a little bit, and we are okay with it.
That's right.
We already knew.
What could ever give y'all that impression? That it was gonna go over. Why would you ever
We
think
was
that?
okay with it. Yes, we already had it planned out.
Thank you, Mama Bowman. I realized that when God delivers you from something, it's not yours anymore, right? It's not your story. And like you said, also something that I said that can help somebody else. Now, if I hold on to that testimony, I'm not able to use that to help somebody else get through it. So once God delivers me, it's no longer mine. Now I have to give it freely because he gave me deliverance freely, right? So now I have to share that with others. Like, this is what God has done for me. And I don't mind sharing that anymore. Like before, I was embarrassed of a lot of stuff that I went through. But I walk in victory now. So I don't need to be thank you, God. I don't need to be embarrassed of any of that stuff.
Right. Okay. But I had to ask, I'm not gonna I didn't want to come out and just ask a question. I wanted to ask you.
I appreciate
but we're gonna save that for another show because you will be back. I'm just letting you know right now. We will have you back because you have so much to offer.
We ain't gonna just have Jersey Girl do the vocals.
Yeah, she should have sung it for us.
I'll close y'all out. Oh, so and boogie.
Remix.
Right, I don't even know if that's how it go, but
close. Yeah.
You doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
I appreciate y'all having me though. This was amazing.
Yes, no, we was excited to have you on. Like we kept talking about it. We was like, it's gonna be a great podcast.
I'm humbled. I'm so humbled. Can I just say this last thing before y'all wrap up?
Sure.
Again, really, thank y'all for just even considering me. I'm trying to be a celebrity. Y'all see my celebrity, but like it's getting off to a slow start. It really is. It's getting off to a slow start. People are not really recognizing me yet. I don't know what it is, but the fact that what I want to say is that God can use your own personality. Like, you don't have to be anybody else. You don't have to try to mimic anyone, but God can use you and what you have to bring. And so that's what I realized within myself. Like, I was like, well, I want to be like this person, or I'm looking at this video. I want to be like her, and she's doing this, and her video is this. And God is like, I gave you your own individual talent. I gave you creativity. You're a writer. You're good at making up stories. You're good at telling stories. Like, use that. And so I commend y'all for just using who you are and your gifts for this platform, because it does. It opens up, opportunity for other people to get on and share and just use their God-given talents and personality. So you don't have to be anybody else. You could just be you. And so that's what I found. I'm like, it's too much energy to try to be like So and Boogie. Like, forget them. I'm just gonna be.
That's right. Be you.
Y'all are the OGs. Like, y'all are the OGs.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
You are amazing.
Yes, you are.
Y'all the OGs.
That's why you had to be the first guest, because we was like,
our first guest.
She have to be the first guest. She have to start it off.
Yes,
you the first guest.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, I love it. But what I'm thinking about Jersey Girl is that you might be a recurring guest.
Yeah.
Like, I love, because she has so much, so much. And I'm just, Boogie's like this too. But as I'm sitting down and you're talking, the wheels in my head is rolling really,
Okay.
really fast because I'm thinking about all this stuff that we can talk and have conversations with you on other, on next
Other
shows.
stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
We'll be in touch, girl.
Yeah.
Look, at this point, we gotta exchange numbers now because y'all got it.
Right.
I might miss the email. I don't want to reply late.
You know we got you.
I don't know if you want to give us your digits because you like YouTube celebrity and stuff. So I don't know.
Look, but when they start to recognize me, I want to pull everybody with me. Like
that's right.
So y'all, I want y'all to be able to have access to me. Like, oh, I saw a Jersey girl on the news. Let me hit her up real quick. I don't want y'all to have to send me an email about. I might not get it. What if I'm on a plane? There's no Wi-Fi. I need y'all to be like,
right.
Yeah, they have that. I don't know if y'all see this. It be on TikTok, and it's a guy. They go around asking like celebrities, "Who's your most famous person in your phone contacts?" They're gonna ask me that. I'm gonna be like, Jersey girl.
That's right.
I said when they say we like Jersey girl.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta practice signing my name fast. Do I want to sign my real name? Do I just want to like JG? Like I'm
JG.
I'm practicing all of that.
Yeah, that's
JG
right, girl.
cute.
You got to practice.
Absolutely.
I know that's right. So before we end, Jersey girl, do you have anything that you want to share? Like, do you have anything coming up for your YouTube channel or just what Jersey girl has going on?
I do not have anything coming up on my YouTube channel. I did do my first live yesterday, and I was really excited about that. So I'm trying to get more into doing lives, but nothing really coming up. But I just want to give a shout out to everybody who subscribed to me. I'm now over 300 subs.
Right?
So I'm excited about that. And so let's just keep supporting each other and encouraging each other and even praying for one another. Like if you pray, I pray for y'all. Like literally, I pray for the people that I interact with on YouTube and people that I'm subscribed to and who are subscribed to me. I pray. And I pray for my content that I put up. I don't care if I'm reading a scripture or if I'm in a dollar store trying to hide, because I don't want to be recognized. Like I talk to God about all of that. So I just keep y'all lifted and just keep supporting each other.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, that's great.
That's it.
Boogie.
This was an amazing conversation. I'm like, how I like even last week, and I know I'm gonna feel that way again because this was our first guest. Like, on a high, like, that was so dope. Like everything just flowed. It just like it's so great to have like great chemistry, not with only with Oso, but with your guests. So like that's really like a great thing. And I'm thankful for what God's doing with us with this podcast.
Yes.
And I know like you have an amazing future ahead because like you just a vibe and Oso's a vibe.
Yeah,
I'm a
vibe.
Y'all a vibes, really.
So it's gonna be really great, and I thank you for doing it today too.
You're welcome.
I love it.
Thank y'all so
much. Before we end, Boogie has a special announcement.
Yes,
for next week.
Yay.
So next week, you guys, we have another special guest. And that is Hopeful Hustle.
Yay!
Yes, he's going to be talking to us, so it's just about single life and dating and just all of that lovely stuff. So that's going to be really great. So make sure y'all tune in for that. And yeah, y'all, more love talk to come. It's going to be truly amazing.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I have to make sure my notifications are on.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
Can't wait. Yes, another great guest.
Yes.
I look forward to that. I look forward to that. And I look forward to the men's perspective too on dating. And he looks like a younger guy, but I'm really looking forward to hearing his perspective on dating, especially now. He found in the mat, because tell me.
That's gonna be a really good episode as well. Like I Hopeful Hustle, just like a sidebar. I've known Probably about 8 years.
Oh,
So yeah, that's
Okay,
good.
wow.
like personally.
Yeah. Yep. We he does poetry and stuff. So like, yeah, that's gonna be really good conversation.
Yeah.
Too.
Okay.
I do have a quick question. How did you and Boogie come together? Like, do y'all know each other personally, or wow, look at God just put y'all together on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is amazing.
Yeah. We just mesh really well.
Yeah.
Now y'all got a third.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like,
for real.
you know, I know that a lot of our guests that we have booked so far, we really get along so great
That's awesome.
with these people.
Yeah.
And it's always a plus because I know y'all know when you first get on YouTube, you don't think you're gonna be meshed so well with these people.
Have a family.
Yeah, it's like a real family.
Mhm.
Yes. So I'm excited for each and every guest that we have booked so far.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful that me and Boogie is booked and busy.
All right.
Yes, me
Look,
too.
I might be booked and busy after this, so we'll see. I might blow up for real.
Yeah, because we definitely have to put you back in the rotation.
I love
because like I said, there's other stuff that you have to talk about.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Let
So
me know.
Boogie, do you have anything else before we close?
No, just shout out to our amazing chat. Like y'all are on
Yes.
I seeing y'all comment, and shout out to you guys as well. Like, love y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to the chat. Boogie, you know I love you, sis.
Love you
I
too.
wouldn't want to do this for anybody else but you.
Same here.
Jersey girl, thank you so much
Love
for coming
y'all.
on.
Thank you for having me. I'll see
Absolutely.
y'all in the YouTube streets.
Yes, and
All right.
chat. We will see y'all with Love Talk next week, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. Until then, y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Shalom.
Love talk, it's love talk with also Louis.